Hi everyone! Today I have a tiny book review for you guys. It is on Gregory Galloway's book As Simple as Snow. And this is actually written in 2005. It was published in 2005. So it's a lot on the older side. It's like 13 years old, but it's so good, and just let's get into it. The book is about a girl named Anna Kane. She's new to town, she's new to school, they're all in high school. And she, at some point in the book, it kind of picks up where she meets a boy who you never find out his name. You never ever find out his name. I think you find out his initials, but not really his name. And he goes into the library at school because his teacher was like, oh, a good place to pick up a girl is at a library, because he's like really shy, he doesn't have a girlfriend or anything like that. So he goes and he picks up a book, turns around, and she's right there behind him, and she's like, oh, well, that book's good, but such and such author is better. And so they kind of start talking, and he really doesn't want to talk to her. He thinks she's weird, but eventually he kind of like warms up to the idea. Like, he likes the way she thinks. She's very like out of the box. She's always sending him little notes to get him thinking. She sends him things in the mail. Like, she'll send him a key with a note that says, oh, I wonder where this goes to. And like, obviously there's no way for him to figure that out, but he enjoys like the process of thinking about it. And he just kind of makes her, she kind of makes him feel smarter, cooler, like he really loves her. And so they spent a good amount of time together. I think they're almost together for a year, and it kind of speeds through the year. So it's not a slow-paced book at all. It definitely like jumps from like part to part. So once they've been dating for a while, it comes on to Valentine's Day, and she disappears practically without a trace. There's a hole in a frozen river, and there's a dress that's kind of laid out perfectly at the hole, but there's no body. They can't find a body, and he's under suspicion. Her parents are under suspicion. He doesn't know what happened to her. He wants to find out what happened to her, and at some point, his best friend's father, kind of comes out and says, I killed her, I buried her body in the woods. But that's not true, because he didn't really do that. He was just an alcoholic, and it's no one knows what's going on, and it really leaves it open-ended, and I really liked how they left it. Like, really liked it. And to make it even more like spooky almost, she's very into death, so she likes to write obituaries for everyone in town, and right when she's done, that's when she disappeared. So she wrote her own obituary, she wrote her boyfriend's obituary, she wrote literally an obituary for everyone, and it's just very cool, very interesting. And even the name of the book, obviously it has something to do with the storyline, and she actually, they go sledding, and she doesn't come back after going down the hill, so he waits a little bit and goes to find her. And she goes, what if I was dead? What if you came over here and I was dead? Like, what would you do? And he was like, oh, I'd probably just bury your body and like pretend I didn't know you had gone sledding today. Well, she was telling him about Houdini and how he was obsessed with the afterlife and always wanted to like go to mediums to see if they could tell him about certain people who died, but he was never satisfied with the mediums. He didn't think that they were giving him good enough information, so he and his wife came up with a simple, like a code, so that if she ever passed or he ever passed and they went to a medium, the medium would have to give them the code to know that they were really speaking to the wife or Houdini or whoever. Well, they made up a code, and it's as simple as snow, and that plays a big role in the actual storyline in the second half of the book when she goes missing. So that was just a very brief synopsis of the book. I don't want to go into too much detail because it's actually just really fun to read. So if you know everything, you might just say, well, I don't need to read that. I know how it ends. I know this, I know that. It's very fun. to read. I think I finished this in about like a day, maybe over the course of 2 days, you know, because a girl's gotta sleep, eat, and go to work. But if you like young adult fiction, if you like mystery, if you like slight romance, you really might like this. It's one of those books that you'll probably want to read a second time to like really pick up on what you missed. Because at the end of mine, I have like this reader's guide, and it has like discussion questions. And the first one is, why does the author leave the narrator of the story unnamed, but tells us that he was named after his mother's brother, who died at 13? What clue does Anna give the reader about what the narrator's name might be? And I'm like, oh shoot, like, I missed that. Like, I know that she gives him initials, but she doesn't, didn't remember anything else. So I really, like, want to read it again, kind of, like, along with the reader's guide to see what I missed. And it's like giving myself homework. It's like I'm back in high school and I have to do a reader's guide with the book. So if you think you'll enjoy this kind of book, I highly recommend you pick it up from your local library, or if you can find it on sale. I hope you enjoyed this teeny tiny little review. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and I will see you in my next video. Bye!